So what's happening with the real estate market over there in Turkey?
Yeah, Turkish real estate market is very dynamic market. It's one of the booming markets since like 10 years, I can tell. The need for new housing in Turkish real estate market is yearly wise approximately 1 million because of like a huge need we have because of young population and like, you know, the immigration movements, etc., towards cities and countries. And so like Turkish real estate market is producing like more than like 500,000 units per year, which we have always shortage of supply since like 5 years. And for Turkish people, investing in real estate is very holy thing. So that's why it's very important market for us, and it's like emerging market for Turkish economy also. And so since 5 years, Turkish real estate market was booming seriously. The capital appreciation that we were seeing like approximately yearly wise, like in Turkish lira it was like 100%, but when you compare with USD, it was like more than 25-30% yearly wise capital appreciation we saw. And it's very local oriented market. 96% of the transactions are local transactions.
Between residents?
Yeah, Turkish people, they're buying. So 4% is in international market.
That is small, yeah?
Yeah, it's a very small percentage.
Even though so many investors from CIS,
it's 4%.
I know from Germany, a lot of buyers are there. It's still 4% out of the entire market.
In total in 4%. And total transaction in Turkish real estate market is 1.5 million transaction per year, approximately. So approximately 4% is in international market. The rest is totally local market. This 1.5 million transaction is just residential. Plus we have like 1.5 million from land and commercial. So it's like in total transactions 3 million. It's a very huge market, I can tell you. And so 4% is in international market, as I told you. So the revenue that FDI that we are receiving from international real estate investors is around like $4 billion. But we saw in 2022, after war, of course, we saw $6.5 billion in 2022. But last year we have closed the year as $3.6 billion.
Oh, why do you think it happened?
Why do I think it happened? 2023 was a very hard year for Turkey, and the year was started with a disaster like earthquake, which we psychologically and physically affected in 11 cities. And then, you know, elections start, and during election, foreign sales, giving Turkish citizenship became a political material for some parties, and then it was a very hot topic during election for 4 to 6 months about like let's like forbid foreign sales, let's close Turkish citizenship program, etc. And this has been heard about like from all the competitor countries, and they make this advantage for them. And then like real international real estate investors, they start to be a bit afraid of investing in Turkey because of this kind of topics that moving around in Turkey.
It's for those who were planning to buy and stay in Turkey, yeah?
Yeah, like political parties, some kind of parts, they start to make this topic like to giving Turkish citizenship by investment. They said if we are gonna come, we are gonna cancel it. So that was
to have the support of the local people.
Yeah, exactly. And Turkey, and then, you know, earthquake happened, and earthquake was one of the reason. Yeah, and we had like some economical and political uncertainties, to be honest. And those like many reasons collect together, and then it affect Turkish real estate market demand from international market. Plus, you know, Dubai was one of the reason that you know, like that hotspot. Yeah, exactly.
So what an international buyer can find right now in Turkey, what Turkey can offer?
So Turkey has a great future, which like it's seen, and you know, we are analyzing every day. Turkey is if you think the world as a butterfly, Turkey is the body of the butterfly. So it's very important
within the
location. And you're a real estate agent also. Like in real estate science, we always see like land is the appreciated asset, you know, like because the apartment you buy, you are using, and is depreciated asset. So when you think land is appreciated asset, And location is the most important thing in real estate science. If you see the world as butterfly and Turkey is the body of the butterfly, that means Turkey is the most valuable land in the world in real estate terminology when we see. So that's why Turkey has a huge opportunities for future, and Turkey is developing a lot. Our median age is 32 years old, and then Turkey is in export side and tourism side, in defense side is improving a lot and developing a lot, and Turkish banking system and technology improvements are going very well. So what international buyers can find now, they can invest in the developing areas and fastest developing areas in some part of Turkey, and they can get very good benefits on it. And so now, especially the mega projects that is declaring by government on real estate basis, and so international buying, we are following that kind of projects to be announced like soon, and then we are offering international buyers to be part of those kind of projects in Turkey. So it has.
Can you highlight some of the areas? Turkey is so huge. Like, are you more focused on Istanbul or like some areas that attract more tourists, like Antalya, Alanya, and all this? Like, where would you recommend an international buyer to source the properties right now?
Yeah, like in total, our population is 85 million. Istanbul is around 16, 17 million population. Istanbul is filling 40% of Turkish economy almost. So we are focusing in Istanbul and Bodrum. Do you know Bodrum?
Of course.
Okay, yeah. We are focusing on Istanbul, Ankara, and Bodrum. I can tell you. So Ankara is the capital. The population is around like 6 million. So according to the area, like international investors should focus on the north side of Istanbul, because Istanbul is developing to the north side, and nearby cities of Istanbul, and Ankara is moving forward now. Plus the seaside, Bodrum and neighboring Bodrum cities are very improving now. So like if we see Turkey as a whole, like international investors, they are investing always in Istanbul, Ankara, Antalya, and Alanya. So I can tell you like the 90% of demand is filled by those cities, 3-4 cities, but they need to discover more cities in Turkey, I think.
So which strategy for the investor you find the most useful for the current market in Turkey? By this I mean, like for example in Dubai, if before we were thinking more about like the flipping side, like you buy and you sell it in a short period of time. Right now it's twisted more towards the longer period of time, while you get the keys, you pay fully for the apartment and you put it for rent to use it like as a proper investment in the real estate. What are some of the strategies that you recommend to apply in the Turkish market?
In Turkish real estate market now, international investors can find below market prices. So if you can catch like
is it a deal with the developer or it's a
developer and secondary market, you can find good deals now, because demand is down, and then everyone is doing very good campaigns now. So it's a very opportunity zone now to buy real estate. So if you can catch like 20% down below market price opportunity in Turkey, the exit period is approximately 1 year. You should wait at least 1 year now. But before, if we talk like last year, I could say like 2 months. But now, whatever you buy, you should know that your exit will be like approximately between 8 months to 12 months, and your appreciation could be like 30-35%.
In lira or dollars?
In dollars. Yeah, because if you find below market price, and Turkish economy is getting more stabilized day by day, so we are expecting after 6 months, 8 months, Turkish economy will start to be giving positive feedbacks for the real estate investors, and then
what are some of the indications for this to happen, that the market will grow?
Yeah, the indication is like the economy management of Turkey gave a very like short-term and middle-term and long-term program, and they are following this program 100%. So what we are seeing the effects in the streets. Now the program is moving around. So then, like what we expect as real estate market is like the last quarter of 2023, the interest rates will go down. Now interest rates is very high for mortgage buyers.
Yeah.
It's 45%. It's like, it's not joke, 45%.
45% is what? Is interest rate in lira?
In lira, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So the mortgage buyer,
How much is it in the dollars if we will convert it? That's difficult to say, yeah?
you can say like 10, 12% if you think about like dollar-wise. So it's very high. So that's why from total transaction, just 15% of the total transactions are now mortgage buyers, which is very low. Before it was 70%. So when interest rate will start to go in decrease trend, the mortgage buyers will start to buy real estate. That means demand will start again. If demand will start again, that means prices will move forward again, because it's very hopeful scenario that we are following now.